Boom, boom, we here.
Hello, hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. How's it going over there?
Honestly, things have been all right. So what's up with you? How's everything going?
Man, it's Friday night. I'm doing the AGTV show. I got
Yeah,
a fucking awesome guest right here. Fucking life is good. Life is good. I really enjoy doing it.
nice, nice. So, have you ever heard of elementology?
What's that?
Have you ever heard of elementology?
No,
No, have you never experienced it?
no.
All right. So, when's your birthday?
January 1st.
What? We have the same birthday.
No shit, eh?
That's fucking sick. And what's the last number of the year you were born?
85.
Five. Okay, ready? So you're an earth logic, fire conscience with what emotion? You get snappy when you get emotional. Quality is very important with you. You're highly spirited as well. The voice in your head is really heated, really compassionate. Kind of brings you to be a little bit aggressive at times. But common sense is what's very important with you. You're quite practical and you're skeptical. And when it comes to caring about things, either you care too much or you don't care at all. It's like there's no in between.
Yo, you're like right on there. Like you're like all those things. All of that right there. You're pretty much on. Like, yeah, man. Like, yeah. It's like, yeah, either I care too much or it's like, whatever.
Yep.
Or it's like, yeah, like all of that. But yeah, like for me, like I don't dive into it too often. Like, every once in a while, I'll read my horoscope and stuff like that. And like, I find some days like I get super accurate, and then some days I'm like, nothing here, like, makes any sense.
Well, see, the reason why you'll find that happening is because when you're looking at the astrology, they kind of slap it all under 1 month. You know what I mean? But the thing is there's three separate consciences per month. Air conscience. You can't tell them that the same effects as with a water conscience. You know, it's not going to be the same thing. It's not going to be separate. It's not going to agree.
Okay, so you were saying like me with my birthday on the fifth year, I am Earth Fire.
So you have an earth logic,
Okay,
right? Fire
yeah,
conscience. So okay, so what that means? So earth logic, that's the way that you think, right? So
yeah,
your
yeah,
thought process, and then your conscience, that's the voice in your head, right?
yeah.
And then your emotion. Yeah, exactly, right? Your primordial spirit, and then your emotions. Well, that would be the right side of your brain, right?
Okay,
And well, that's your creativity. But the thing is that's what's actually governed by the moon.
okay, okay. So for you, like same birthday, but what
So
is it for you?
okay, so the thing is for me is now because I have an earth emotion, right? So with me, I'm a much more stubborn individual, right? And you see, for you, where you're more on the quality, I'm a little bit more complacent when it comes to things. Like I'm a little bit lazy. Like I can be really
Okay,
lazy, you
yeah,
know?
like I am very particular. Like things have to be like, man, like
As soon as your emotions get into the game, even if your thoughts are like, "Fuck, I don't want to do this right now," your emotions are like, no, you shut the fuck up. We got shit to do. We got things to get done, and you
yeah,
you get it done. That's just who and how you are.
exactly. Like I always got people flaking on plans is a big huge thing for just people in general nowadays. And like for me, if I actually tell somebody I'm gonna do something, like even if like it comes down to the last day and I really don't want to do it,
Yeah.
it's like my I don't know, like my like what it is. It's just like I'm like, oh, I have to go do that because like I actually put my word on it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that's been like stuck with me forever. And I'm like, man, it kind of pisses me off when when like it's something like that, like I actually don't want to do,
Yeah.
but I'll still do it, and then other people don't show up. I'm like, man, I'm like, fuck. I couldn't
Right.
even fucking do it.
Because you put all the effort and energy, and it's like shit. Thanks for wasting it.
Exactly. Exactly. Me, like, yo, I was just saying on, like, cutting clips from like one of my other interviews, like recently, I was like, man, like, time is the most like valuable shit, like, ever. Like, fuck money, fuck everything. Like, you can make money, you can get it back, but like time, like when somebody wastes your time, it's like, oh man, like you really fucked up here.
Yo, straight up, 100%, man, 100%.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
So with Elementology, I actually published 2 books on it.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So the
Uh,
first,
two books are.
so the first book is called Elementology: When Will Your Eye Open? Now, so the first book, it was kind of like a pilot. I just wanted to see if people would be interested in what I did, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I purchased 100 copies. I sold out in 6 months, all by myself. Like,
Fine.
it was just crazy. It was crazy, but it happened. So I decided, I was like, you know what? If people really
It was
like
similar.
it, I was like, man, let me put some more work into it. So, I sat there, grinded, I put like another maybe 7, 8 hours into it because it only took me 3 hours to read my first book,
No
right?
shit. Yeah.
Right, but like now I needed the imagery. Like I made sigils. Oh man, it's amazing. So my second one, it's called Elementology: A Diamond in the Rough.
Okay.
Right, and so right now currently the book's only rolling through me, but I'm gonna have it up on Amazon soon. Just because originally, so my first book I had up on Amazon, but I had watched a Hassan Minaj stand up. And he had said that whenever you put something on Amazon, that they're able to like reprint your product, sell it for cheaper, and then cut you out because you sold them your product, right? So I was like,
Oh shit. Yeah.
oh, no.
You ain't do that to me. You
This
ain't do
ain't
that to my shit.
we out of this magic, right? So
It's like yo, it's like yo. I want to give you the raw, uncut. Like stomp on this and make it.
exactly. Because
You
of all
know
that's gonna happen. You don't even know they're gonna dilute it, make it look like some crap. It's gonna fade away.
exactly,
Like, nah, man, I've been doing
exactly.
this.
I want to give them that pure. You know.
Right.
All right.
But yeah, so currently right now, let's see. I purchased another 100 books. So my new book, right? I purchased off another
Yep.
100, and I've already sold 55.
Woo! Talk to him. Talk to him.
I'm telling you, man, like because I'm an actor as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like like I've done Mayor of Kingstown. I've done Star Trek. I've done C. I'm on season 2 and season 3 of C.
Yo, you Star Trek?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my
people somebody asked me recently. They're like, oh, like if you had to pick one, like, are you a Star Wars or Harry Potter or all that
oh
kind of stuff? And I was like, yo, I'm definitely a Trekkie.
yeah,
I
you're a Star
mean,
Trek guy.
yeah, for sure,
Salute,
for sure.
salute, salute. But yeah, so I'm actually speaking of acting. My very first gig was Star Trek.
So okay, so which one
With
was
Star
it?
Trek, okay. So my very first Star Trek was Star Trek Discovery.
Okay,
And then the one that I've done more work on is what's it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds. It came to me. Strange New Worlds. Yeah, Strange New Worlds.
awesome.
I,
For me, like my I always seen it playing in the household. The Star Trek for me was the Next Generation.
Next
Uh,
Generation.
yeah, with and Jean-Luc Picard and fucking Data and then Data becomes fucking starts Facebook.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Right. So do you have him on Facebook?
No, I'm saying like Data. He looks just like Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Data comes out and starts Facebook.
there you go.
Yeah, but
But,
for me, like the original with Captain Kirk. it was pretty cool, but the next generation was the one for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't. I haven't managed to get a chance to really watch Discovery of Strange New World yet. So I believe Strange New World is being dropped like by the end of this year.
Like what was the prep for going into because some movies are more like you're shooting your natural thing, but like Star Trek, you gotta kind of you got the makeup
Like
on and
prosthetic,
all the and
prosthetic.
like the whole alien shit.
Man, that prosthetics work. Oh boy, that takes some time. Those makeup people, they're amazing, talented. I'm telling you.
Okay.
The longest that I've ever been in a chair is an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
An
Okay.
hour and a half of them just gluing things on your face, you know, just to make you look a certain way. Some people have to wear masks that are like next to impossible to breathe in. So like whenever you're seeing those big aliens like the long tubey tentacles, there's somebody in there who's dying for your pleasure. There's somebody in there who's dying for your pleasure.
For sure, for sure. Like for me, I actually want to try acting, and I was talking to a couple actors like prior to the pandemic, and I was telling them, I was like, "Yo, can I just show up and like I'll be like a fly on the wall? Like I'm not looking for no money. I just want to kind of get my feet in the door and shit like that." And they were down, and then they had projects ready, and like we had schedules, and then the whole COVID hit, and then shut all that shit down. So it's
Oh yeah,
like,
100%. 100%, because in order for you to get onto any set, you need to do a COVID test.
for sure.
And a lot of the sets now, they're requesting for people to be double vaxxed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're double vaxxed, you'll get a lot more jobs for sure. But that doesn't mean that you can't get work if you're not. You know, it's just you're less inclined to get work. But
So what was the first thing like you were like, okay, I want to get into acting? What was like the first movie you made?
the first movie I ever done?
Like the first moves you ever made, kind of like, okay, I want to get into acting.
Oh, buddy.
Start going to what was the beginning process?
Okay, are you ready for this? You're gonna laugh. You're actually gonna die of laughter right now. Okay, I never wanted to be an actor. At any point in time in my life, I never wanted to be an actor. I went to an A&W in Toronto. It was on Bloor Street. I think it's Bloor 170.
Okay.
And so there was an agency upstairs. And I guess while I was there, the agent was downstairs getting some lunch. So I was just going to go get a cup of water. So we were standing in the line. It was taking a while, waiting. So I just turned around and asked buddy, I was like, hey, have you ever heard of elementology? He's like, what's that? He gave me his birthday, last over his birth year. I dropped the reading on him, and then this guy goes, you would make an amazing principal. I'm like, principal of a school? Like, okay. Right? But like, no. Come on up to my office and I'll explain. And so I go up to his office and I just saw posters of movies and I was like, what the heck is happening? And then boom, he's just like, let's stand up against that wall. He took a couple of photos of me. He's like, he says to me, if you have to pay the agent to work for you, it's a scam. But the thing is, the truth is this. If the principal agent you have to pay for, it's a scam. Background agent, you have to pay a fee to get on. It's just the way that it works. So just to, anybody who's paying attention and wanted to get into the background work, you're going to have to pay a fee to get into background. It's simple. But anyhow, so he takes his pictures, and then my very first gig, he throws me on Star Trek. And the thing is now, so now my first gig, I got 3 days. My first day was 17 hours, and then 16 hours and 15 hours. And my very first gig was SSE. Now, I thought that was the money all the time. $39 an hour? What the hell? Give me that. Give me all of that. 17 hours of it? Oh my God, that was a gorgeous job. But then anybody who does background, they know what it is. So they know that it's not always that amount. And when you end up getting the regular pay, but it's more so kind of one of those things. If you're in it for the money, then you want to make sure that you collect your 15 vouchers. You know that you upgrade to the ABC. You know, go and get your credit so that you can get your actor apprentice, or sorry, your hours. It's your hours to get your actor apprentice, and then you get your credit to get yourself full actor membership. But this time, as soon as you're full actor member, you're making $29 an hour just to sit around and chat. You know, like I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. It's a long haul, but that's some damn good money, right? But for
Yeah,
me,
like,
I'm more so in it for the experience. You know, like
yeah,
I get to travel to places that I would never have gone to. I get to put my feet in places that I would never have been able to stand there without a trespassing charge.
right,
Straight up, plain and simple. There's so many beautiful places in Canada that it's never in your mind to go and see it, because how would you think to see it if you don't even know it's there?
right. So like I imagine like how is the environment on set like with a bunch of actors like because me like I've been in a bunch of rappers, been around a bunch of rappers. I know how it is to hang out with rappers, but like how is it to hang out with like actors? Is is everybody kind of like supportive of each other, or is it kind of like everybody wants to get ahead and get their role? And like, how is the acting community like with each other?
Okay, well, truth of the matter is, there are a lot of people who are kind. There are a lot of people who, you know, they want to help. They'll teach you. They'll do all that they can. But there are the slim few people, specifically people who would be members, where, you know, instead of speaking on it, I'll just tell you what specifically happened to me why I feel this way. So
Okay.
when I was on the set of Nurses, there was a man, he was an actor, and he turns around, he's talking to me, right? We were talking for a good 20 minutes. And then out of the blue, he's just like, "Are you a member?" I was like, "No, I meant you." And he crossed his arms and turned around. He didn't say a lick of a word to me for the rest of the day. Now, I have many friends who are in extra, so it's not to say that just because you become an actor member that, you know, you build up this "my shit don't stink" idea.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of them that's just the way that it is. Because you're not union, they don't wish to affiliate themselves with you.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? You
Yeah.
know, all you gotta do is find the good ones.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like there's always going to be good and bad people in every environment.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. So what is like a dream role for you? Like you're like man, I'd love to do this type of movie, or like would it be like an action movie, or would it be like a drama, or would it be like a comedy, or like what is like the dream role for you?
You really actually want to know?
I do. I do.
I would love to get a Spider-Man role.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I would love to. You don't even understand, or like Deadpool's sidekick, or like I don't know, just one of those two. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
really, really
Spider-Man would be
intriguing.
fucking.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
I
would be
kind of
better.
feel like that'd be more my alley, you know, because I'm working towards my stunt acting. Because like yeah, you know, actors make good money, but stunt acting, that's where it's at,
Stunt acting. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
right? But the thing is it ain't cheap,
yeah. And then you have to find an actor that kind of looks like you, and
right? Well, I mean, hey, there's a lot of actors that look like me, right? I'll get a lot of work.
okay, okay.
What's that guy's name? Reggie, what's his name? Reggie John, something like that. The guy from Bridgerton.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so just really and truly, it's just been, this acting, this elementology, the spiritual path that I've been working with. This is really the things that I've been on. I'm slowly being reeled back into management of a Sunset Grill. I don't I don't know if I really want to dedicate to that, with all the great things that are happening. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook, so who knows if the price is right? Maybe
Me for cooking, like I love cooking, but like I wouldn't want to do it for a living because then I probably wouldn't love it no more. You know?
oh, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But you see, the luck is when you're doing breakfast cooking, right? And it's just breakfast.
Yeah.
It's so much easier because you're just like, okay, I made breakfast all day. Let me make dinner
Mm, fair enough. Fair enough.
now.
Yeah, definitely. Like breakfast, like man, like sometimes I'll have breakfast for dinner. Like I don't care.
Yep,
Like
straight up, straight up, straight up. There's some people out there that don't care, man. Fried bacon, egg sandwiches, 9 o'clock at night.
for sure.
Right? I mean, sometimes we even have to have breakfast for dinner, right? Because like I have 6 kids,
Okay, okay.
right? Like they're all here.
For sure, for sure. You gotta make that. You gotta get that food out there, right?
Exactly, right? Got to feed everybody, all right? And
Okay,
that's the thing too.
so yeah, so you kind of like fell into acting, like so like the books were before, like before acting, or were they
So my
after?
first, so my first book was before acting,
Yeah.
and my second book was like after I was well into.
Okay, okay, okay. So was there any other like plans in life? Like I know a lot of us like me I actually started out as a rapper, and then I started doing the interviews, and I shot music videos. I did like a whole bunch of different creative things. And a lot of us that are creatives, like we've done a bunch of different things. So was there anything else that you're doing like besides the books and the acting?
Honestly, man, I became a father at such a young age. I didn't even have the chance to do anything that I wanted to do. Like, at 19, I was a single father. I raised my first daughter. She's 14 now, right? I raised her by myself. So, like, I didn't even have time to even figure out who I was or what I wanted to do with myself, you know? But everybody's good. We're good. We're all working. We're all acting.
For sure, for sure. Like knowing so much about the astrology and stuff like that. You find like there are certain people that like kind of mesh with you. You can tell right away, kind of like if these are my kind of people. Like their signs and like they're kind of like
Well, see, so basically pretty much, yeah, because it's kind of like a compatibility type, right?
right, right.
Like whenever you know how somebody's energies are, you understand how to respect them. Like you understand how to treat them. You understand how to speak to them. And these are the things that are important in dealing with anyone. Instead of if you didn't know, you would just speak to them however you felt fit to speak to them. And they
Yeah,
may not like the way how you produce your words. They may not like the things that you're speaking. But
right.
with knowing their energies, you have that little bit of, I guess we can call it a mesh or like a protection if you care. If you don't care about them, you're just going to say whatever you want and do whatever you want. You don't care. But if you care, if you respect that person, you will do what you can to make sure that it's a peaceful conversation between the two.
For sure, definitely. And definitely yeah, like that right there, like knowing different people's personalities and kind of like even knowing their signs like early is like a probably a great way to like kind of like know like which way to steer the conversations, which ways not to steer the conversations, and
Right.
and all that. And like when I first started looking at I looked up into it a little bit, and like me, I'm a Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked up like compatibilities and like the Scorpios, and I was like, when I looked at like some of my my group of like best friends, like the people that have been around for years and stuff like that. Like my they say for Scorpios, I mean they say for Capricorns, Scorpios are a compatible person like for them, and like a lot of my best friends were Scorpios. Like one was a Virgo, and I forget what the other ones were, but more than half of my crew of best friends were Scorpios, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting, you know? Like,
Right. That's the
yeah,
thing. Like, you know, you'll click to people you don't even realize.
yeah. Prior to meeting I meeting these people, like I didn't know their sign or had anything to, you know, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with this person because they're a Scorpio. I was like, I realized that afterwards. I was like, oh, this friend, this friend, this friend. I'm like, okay, it should kind of make sense, you know?
Right.
Definitely, definitely. So, do you have future plans for more books, or what is the next plans of like? Are you doing more acting or more books?
Well,
What's
well,
next?
actually, I'm going to be on What We Do in the Shadows season 4. I'm going Monday. Yay, I'm excited.
You doing what?
So the show is called What We Do in the Shadows, season 4.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to be on that one. Currently, right now, I'm working on 2 separate short film projects. Waiting for, one of them I'm going to be filming in spring of 2022, and the next one I'll be filming in February, I believe, of 2022.
What is like the vibe like on set when like you're working with another actor, and I want two different scenarios. For one scenario, like the other actor on set like that's working with you is killing it.
Yeah.
They're on point. They're killing it. Like how is that? And how is it when the other actor is kind of like you're not really kind of believing them? They're kind of like they might not have studied the role like that great, and they're not doing that good job. How do you deal with both sides of that?
Okay, so for the actor who is killing the job,
Yeah,
you need to keep that energy up. Because the thing is, when you're doing a project, it's not about you as an individual. It is never about you as an individual. It's about the team. And if somebody on the team is on fire, if they're about to make a fire production, you make sure that you're there to back them up,
yeah.
amp them.
You give it a chance. You know?
Yeah, just you. If they are going, they are going. They're going the whole 9 yards with it. And you got to make sure that you're smiling. When they're looking around, they're seeing joy. They're not looking around and seeing scowls, seeing people, you know, jealousy,
Yeah,
envy.
yeah,
They don't need to see that shit when they're doing a great job. Pardon my language. Okay?
yeah,
And then you have somebody who they're messing up and they're not doing it good. Honestly, it's patience. If you chose this person, you chose this person for a reason. There's auditions. You audition somebody, you can see if they even remotely can do it. And if they can remotely do it, it's just patience,
right, right.
right? Just patience. That's really all that it takes, because eventually somebody will get it. Even if you need to break it down to them, where you know you record them doing a certain amount of the lines, and then they pause, and then you record again them, you know, doing the other part of the lines that they missed. Because if you have a good editor, you'd be able to slice that in a certain way where you wouldn't even know you have to film it that way.
Right, right, exactly.
So I mean, like, yeah, sure, you may be putting in a little bit extra work, but I mean, hey, at least the project's getting done. Everybody's gonna be content.
Have you ever thought about getting like behind the scenes, like behind the camera, and
Honestly, I don't know about all that. Like, I've had a thought about it. Like, I've even thought about making my own movie,
yeah,
but the amount of money that it costs to get everything up and running, you know, all the permits that you have to get, I'm just not
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Just not right now. I have way too many things going on. Maybe when my children get older, you know, maybe then. But right now, for me to go and dedicate to a movie, like writing a movie and acting out this whole movie, it would take away way too much time from my children.
yeah, and like for like you were saying like for music well, even for like bands, they need a whole like they need the four people to all be on sync. For a rapper, like he can just be he can just be solo and do his shit, and like don't have to worry about like. But for a movie, like you need like the whole
You're right.
like the whole team to be on point, and like it's a lot harder thing. So like I can see how like coming in and just doing the acting, like man,
It's so much easier.
being behind the scenes is like trying to get everybody in order, and
Yep,
it's
that's heavy labor, man. That's heavy labor.
me, I've actually learned like I can't do everything myself. Like
Hmm.
I remember there was this I was doing this show, so I booked everybody. I did all the marketing for it. I did everything for this show, right? And like the day of the show, I was working the door. I was bouncing. I was hosting the show. I had a set on the show, and like I was doing all this, and like it came like right before my set. I actually had to kick somebody out because like we didn't have a bouncer, so I was like, okay, I had to kick somebody out. So then like like my mind wasn't in proper frame. So when I went up to go and do my set, I forgot a couple of my words, and like me, I was always super proud. Like I was always like prideful of like man, like I have to know my words. Like I'd always, but like just trying to do too many things at once. I was like, it fucked me up, and I forgot my words, and I was like, I fucking hate that I fucking just forgot my words. Like it fucking bugged me so much.
It happens sometimes.
For sure. But like, yeah, like, do you find sometimes like, yeah, like you can't have too much on your plate, or you just kind of like, just keep on going and adding things on. We'll figure this out.
Honestly, my friend, I've lived a life of too much things on my plate. I don't even think I have a plate anymore. People always tell me, I'm doing too much, I'm doing too much, but that's what I'm used to. I'm used to doing too much.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to flying here, teleporting to another dimension and back. Like I
Yeah,
got I've
like,
got a lot to do in my personal life, so it's easy for me to transfer that a lot to do skill set to my career.
yeah, you're saying teleporting like I seen a meme like people be like yeah like people think like teleporting isn't real but have you ever got blackout drunk and then just ended up back home?
Uh-huh, right? No, like how did you get there?
Yeah, like, I must have teleported here. Like, there's no other way that I got here. Like I don't remember anything. Like how the hell did I get here? I must have teleported here. You know?
I remember one of my buddies was telling me when he got arrested and he closed his eyes and he hoped that he could have left. And then when he opened his eyes, he was still himself. I mean, wishful thinking, right?
For sure, for sure. Definitely. So yeah. So for imagine going on these sets and doing all this stuff for acting like you have to kind of like keep your body in like a certain kind of um
Yup.
so what is like the eating regimen like what is like the like do you have a certain plan for how you keep your body like ready for certain roles?
Honestly, I'll be completely real with you. I don't. I've been the same body weight since I was 16 years old.
Okay, okay.
Like I'm so serious. I'll do like a handful of push-ups here or there, maybe a little bit of sit-ups here or there, like just to keep the eight pack toned, because I don't want it to fade out. But like,
Okay, okay.
but like, I don't have any set workout plan. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and make up some fake plan. I don't. I eat whatever the hell I want.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, for acting, that's a real thing too. Like they'll say, hey, have you ever been told to, either lose a little bit of weight or gain a little bit of weight for a role?
No, the most that I've dealt with for roles is changing my facial hair or cutting my hair. I mean, I'm lucky. I've never been asked to shave my eyebrows yet.
I actually remember we had a buddy back in the day. he was getting all fucked up on drugs and like he was just being an idiot. And we're like, hey man, if you want to be a fuck up in life, you're actually gonna look like a fuck up. So like we held him down and shaved his eyebrows off. He actually straightened out for a little bit, and then like once his eyebrows got back, he started fucking up again. And it's like, what the fuck, you know?
Those fucking eyebrows.
Man, like we should have just kept on shaving his eyebrows off. He would have been good.
Right? He would have been clean forever.
Right. So yeah, for me, my like I probably have different moods for it. Like I think I'd really like to be in a comedy. Man, people just say like all the time, like I say funny shit, I get a short or off the rip. And for I actually would like to try stand up because I remember I was hosting a show and the DJ he couldn't get the music right, so I was hosting the show and there's just like nothing happening, DJ's not playing any music. I just have the mic, so I'm like, so I started talking to the crowd, and I had them laughing for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh shit, I just freestyled this. I was like, right after that, I was like, man, I actually wanted to kind of like write some shit down, and, like try stand up after that. So I think at one point, I'm getting that route, but when as things open back up too, I'm definitely gonna try and get on some sets and kind of I just want to see how things are. I just want to exert the energy, you know, see how that whole shit goes down because I definitely want to be in, try my hand in acting as well. I can hear you right now. I can hear you right now. Something happened? You guys hear me? Oh, you're good.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You're good. You're good now.
Okay.
So, for somebody trying to get into acting, what would be some advice for you?
Well, first of all, if you're trying to get into acting, your first step is to contact Showcatcher's Talent. Showcatcher's Talent is your way in. Also, there's Melissa Lee, Bonkers Casting. I actually have 3 pages of legit agents that anybody who is ever interested in getting involved in this industry, I am sure to send this information to because, in all honesty, I don't know what look they're looking for. They're not always looking for me. But I'd like to be sure that these productions are always being filled with whatever actors they are looking for.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, definitely. So, is there any last things you like to say before we wrap this up? Anything
Yes.
to people?
Yes, I would. So, if anybody was ever interested in my book, Elementology, here it is. It's 144 pages. It's myself.
Awesome.
And if anybody was ever interested in having an energy reading, just contact me over Instagram at Andre Blissett. That is the fastest way to get to me, best way to get to me. And as long as you follow, I will definitely give you the best energy reading I can give you, especially for the current time or maybe future, maybe the past, whatever you're looking at.
Awesome. Definitely. I definitely want to encourage people. I mean, check that out. And everybody that's tuned in, I want everybody to subscribe to me as well. My YouTube. I got joints out every day. I cut these clips out and I push it out every day. So man, people subscribe, people buy the book, people check out fucking and all the Trekkies. You know?
Yep. Hey.
Definitely shout out to everybody and thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a great night. Thank you for having me. Stay blessed.
For sure. All right, peace.